Good evening and welcome to high school girls volleyball on Aycorp Sports. Tonight we're coming to you from the campus of Notre Dame Regional High School in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, where the Bulldogs are set to take on the Crusaders from just up I-55 at Saxony Lutheran High School. Alongside my broadcast partner for the evening, Coach Carl Ritter, I'm Philip Britt, ready to bring you this Class 3 District 1 matchup.
Thank you, Philip, and welcome today. I'm glad to be here tonight. I want to welcome everyone to this big Class 3 District 1 matchup here between the Notre Dame Lady Bulldogs and, of course, the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. I think the district tournament bracket was just released here this week, and the Notre Dame Bulldogs are the number 2 ranked team going into that tournament with a record of 15-5-1, where the Crusaders from Saxony Lutheran with a record of 12-9-1 is currently ranked 3rd in that district. Both of those teams trail behind the number 1 seed and the host Dexter Lady Bearcats.
So, yeah, these two teams met up, Carl, just like a week ago in the SEMO Conference Tournament. Notre Dame came out on top 2-0, but they were both close. It was 25-22 and 25-18. So it's a tight match. You know, and anytime these two schools get together, it's going to be pretty tight. They've developed a pretty good rivalry. Saxony Lutheran has not been is a much younger school than Notre Dame is. Notre Dame's been around a lot longer. But Saxony, they've really developed a good program, good volleyball program, and have created a pretty good rivalry here with Notre Dame. Also being in the same district helps.
Correct. Both teams are going to, I believe it's going to come down to who's going to be the better passing team. Both teams have great setters, but on the end of the day, those teams that's going to do better passing so those setters can run a more effective offense, I think that's who's going to come out on top. So it's really going to come down to the passing game, and then, like I said, both teams have great setters. That they're both smart. They both know what they're doing with the ball. It'll just be a matter if that back line can pass the ball on target this evening.
So Saxony Lutheran, that's Isabel Brown, right? Tell us about her.
Yes, Isabel actually just verbally committed to us up at Jefferson College. We're excited to bring her on board this next year. She's very smart. She jumps about every time she sets the ball, which is really good. We like to see that at the collegiate level. She's smart. She plays hard. And so we're excited to be having her next year at Jefferson College so she can run a good offense. Again, it's going to come down to the passing. Right. Both of the setters on both teams actually do a good job bringing the ball that's out of system into a good opportunity for hitters. But again, it's going to come down to that passing, I believe.
So there are a couple of names that were familiar to anyone who watched us do Notre Dame volleyball last year, and that's the Rubles twins. They're no longer here at Notre Dame. They go to school at St. Vincent and Perryville now. Is that correct?
That is correct. They are now part of the St. Vincent squad, and they are no longer part of this Notre Dame.
So this will be the first time in about 6 or 7 years there hasn't been a Ruble on the volleyball and basketball court for Notre Dame. Exactly. So that's going to be interesting for them.
Yeah, and then, you know, talking about setters, and you've got the setter for Claudia Jones for Notre Dame. She does a great job as well, so she does a good job running the offense. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how these setters can mix up that ball along net.
All right. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here with the starting lineups right after this.
Young Real Estate. We understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today, and let's make your dream home a reality.
SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care while making our patients feel welcome in our warm and friendly atmosphere. With locations throughout Southeast Missouri, we provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to anyone and everyone that may need it. Visit SEMO Health Network for your wellness exams, COVID and flu vaccinations, lab services, dental exams, counseling, and more. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Senator Jason Bean is proud to represent Southeast Missouri and the Boot Heel in the Missouri Senate. High school football is a positive avenue for our student athletes to build character, compete, and grow. Senator Jason Bean wishes all our student athletes and coaches a successful season.
And we're back here at Notre Dame Regional High School. The starters for Saxony Lutheran, number 2, Isabel Brown. Number 3, Adelina Deckard. Number 6, Kinley Couch. Number 7, Kendall McDowell. Those two are both freshmen. Number 8, Ashley Summers. Number 13, Riley Manch. And then the libero is number 4, Camille Ritchie. He's a senior. For the Notre Dame Lady Bulldogs. Number 1, Sophie DeJernick. She's a freshman. Number 4, Kendall Slinkard. She's a senior. Number 5, Courtney Tatum, also a senior middle hitter. Number 7, Skylar Kraft. Number 10, Claudia Jones. Number 33, Morgan LeGrand. And then the libero is number 15, Lila Martin. The Notre Dame Bulldogs have their pink out jerseys on tonight, representing and honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we had a game earlier this week where both the teams were in pink for breast cancer awareness, wearing their pink jerseys. So we certainly want to honor that and commend them for continuing to do that. So, and thank you to both these schools for honoring those who are currently struggling with cancer and those who have the survivors as well as those who've lost loved ones. All right, so we're ready to get started. Both of these teams have a couple of freshmen that play on varsity. One starts for Notre Dame and 2 start for the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. So it'll be interesting to see. They've got a good mix of experience and youth, both teams. So lots of seniors starting as well as a couple of freshmen. So we'll see how that mix plays. We are toward the end of the season, so they've been playing together all year. The chemistry should be there because now's when you really want to peak, right, Coach?
Right, and these freshmen that are on the floor, I can attest for all 3 of them. They all 3 have played a really high-level club ball over the last several years. So they're already used to the experience level of a high-level game. Because of the club level, you see even at those kids were 15Us, or they were 14Us this past year. And at the 14U level and the club level that they played, those teams are as good as the high school teams here in Southeast Missouri. So,
Gotcha.
So they should be used to this type of level of ball. So we'll see.
So Saxony Lutheran with the first serve. Isabel Brown with an ace, dropped it right into the middle of the court. A little short serve in front of number 33, Morgan LeGrand. So she stepped up a step. So we'll see where Isabel Brown decides to take the next one. A little outside this time, a little bit longer. Free ball back over. We'll see what Saxony can do with it. Good strong hit there by number 8, Ashley Summers, in the middle. So 2-0 Saxony off to a quick lead.
And there again, if you notice there in the serve-receive there with Notre Dame, both of those passes weren't on target.
Yep.
And again, like I said, I think this could come down to who's going to be the better passing team this evening.
There's another one really close to the net. Free ball back over this time by Saxony. This time Notre Dame gets their set-in system and makes a nice hit that time by number 5, Madeline Head. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, that was
number
Courtney
5, Courtney Tatum. I apologize. And that brings Claudia Jones back to serve for the Notre Dame Bulldogs. Nice pass set to the outside. Good pickup there in the back row by Morgan LeGrand that time. Back set this time. Just set over the net and down. Found the spot that time.
Just barely got it over the block and was successful.
Yep. So Adelina Deckard with the serve this time. That set was over the net. Free ball back over. Let's see if Saxony Lutheran can do something with it here. Nice set to the way to the outside that time for McDowell, but picked up nicely by Notre Dame. Back set this time, and no, they can't handle that one. Kinley Couch that time with the swing. She's a freshman. And Deckard back to serve again for the Crusaders, up 4-1. Nice pass that time, set to the outside and down for Olivia Cox that time. So it's 4-2 now. Courtney Tatum back to serve for the Bulldogs. That set was over the net, and two Bulldogs there ready to put that ball down.
And I think that ball there was controlled pretty much by Morgan LeGrand. She's
Yep.
very aggressive on that and swiping the ball to the right side of her.
Tip the net. Picked up nicely by Saxony. Nice defense, and could not play it out of the net. Good try, though, by the Notre Dame Bulldogs. So it's 5-3 now.
It's Manchi coming in to play middle for Saxony Lutheran. She played for NSSC this past season. That's how I know her. So.
And Evie Ford in to serve for the Crusaders. Set to the outside. That's Morgan LeGrand again. She's a solid player out there. That was a really nice hit.
Yep. Morgan does a nice job. She's she can play all the way around if she needs to. Very familiar with her as well.
I'm glad you're familiar with these players, because it certainly gives us more insight into what to expect from them. Out of system play that time by Notre Dame, but they handled it pretty well, and Saxony could not get it back. Off hands and out of bounds. So that ties it back up. Notre Dame has tied the game up. They were down a couple and worked their way back. So still early here in set number one. And out. Off the hit by Kendall McDowell, but long. Slinkered back to serve again for the Bulldogs. Back set that time. Good block, double block up that time, and successful. Set to the outside there to
DeJernet.
number one, Sophie DeJernet, this freshman. Good strong swing that time by her. I was watching her in warm-ups, and she was impressive. She jumps well and hits the ball hard. Nice hit that time by Kendall McDowell on the outside. Number 22, Lindsay Terrell in to serve for the Crusaders, down 7-6 here in set number one. Nice quick middle set. Picked up nicely by the libero for Notre Dame. That ball didn't clear. That's 4 hits.
We're all tied up at 7-7.
Terrell back to serve again. Oh, nice movement on that serve. Fortunately, the folks in the stands were aware that time and paying attention, because it could have hit one of them that time.
Yeah.
All right, Terrell back to serve again. Back set. Back set to number 6, Olivia Cox, but she hit it wide and out. So 9-7. Terrell on a little bit of a run here. How many more points before you call a timeout, Coach?
I don't know. I would say she's going to be making a move on that timeout
Getting
here.
pretty
in
close.
The next couple points for sure. I don't think Meredith will let it get any bigger spread than a 5-point spread.
And this is one of those momentum swings too. I mean, they're really you're starting to feel the momentum in Saxony's favor. There's DeJernan with a swing, but it was long.
Notre Dame's had like 4 hitting errors, hitting long, and
right.
And there again, you just can't have those errors. Those hitters need to take a little bit off the ball, keep the ball in play, make Saxony touch it.
Yeah, make them make a play. And another tough play at double contact. Yep.
Yeah, that rule there has changed in college. So I look for it to eventually come to the high school level. In college, that wouldn't have called that. The only time they call a double now in college if the ball is taken over the net, and it's a double.
Okay. So we'll stick around here. Notre Dame, she did call her timeout. We'll see when they come back if this is actually, if the coach can win this point for them. We've got a lot going on here at Aycorp Sports this week. Big football game Friday night. We've got Scott City. We'll be at Scott City for Scott City and Charleston. So Charleston will be coming to Scott City. We're excited about that. We haven't gotten to see Charleston yet this year. They played really well. They've surprised some folks, but we're excited to be able to put Coach Hutchings' team on Aycorp Sports this Friday night. So Scott City we've seen a couple of times. They're a really solid team, so it should be a really good matchup. All right, back here, Saxony still with the serve. She gets her serve in, continues that success, but the hit by Olivia Cox off the block and down. So did change the momentum a little bit. So 12-8. That was a pretty good run that Terrell went on for serving for the Crusaders. Skylar Kraft back to serve for the Bulldogs, and she very successful serve. That was short, a little bit shorter than Terrell expected it to be, and couldn't be handled. So Skylar Kraft back to serve again. Nice pass that time. Set all the way across that time. And off hands and out of bounds. LeGrand again with the hit that time.
Yeah, Morgan did a nice job there using the block and tooling that ball off the block for the point. So she did a nice job there.
Very smart play. So quick set to the middle and out. That was Riley Manch, I think, that time with the hit out of the middle, but unfortunately a little bit long. Kraft back again with the serve. Nice set that time. So out of system and trying to hit it over with the Jornet and not able to do so successfully. So Saxony Lutheran gets the serve back and up 13-11. Kendall McDowell, another of the freshmen, back to serve for Saxony Lutheran. And long, in the net. So
it was Isabel Brown who got in the net there on that call.
The setter was in the net. And she didn't seem surprised by it, so I guess she knew she was there.
No, she didn't. Yeah, it was.
LeGrand with the serve for the Bulldogs. Good block that time. Olivia Cox with the block, and now with, no, it's not. That's Courtney Tatum, I apologize. Courtney Tatum with the block, and it's a touch. So off hands and out of bounds. Line judge calls it a touch. So a point for the Bulldogs.
We're all tied back up at 13-13.
Nope. Oh, right into the top of the net that time by LeGrand. Good idea, trying to keep it low, keep it, short serve, but got to clear the net. Number 4, Camille Ritchie, the libero, back to serve for the Crusaders. Nice, smart play that time by number 8, Ashley Summers. She was in the middle, and she saw that ball coming over. They thought they had a chance to tip it over, and she was waiting for it.
Yeah, well, Notre Dame set her. She's live. She's in the front row, so
Yep.
that middle's got to watch that set on that second ball like that. She did a nice job reading it.
Free ball back over. Set to the outside to DeJernet and down that time. Now she'll come out. Number 4, Kendall Slinkard back in on the front row, and the libero, Lila Martin, back to serve for the Bulldogs. Up, down 14-15. Nice swing. Adelina Deckard with that swing. That was a nice placement of that ball.
Yeah, she didn't go to hit it hard. She just put the ball right in the court, right between the defenders, and did a nice job with the ball.
Well, you made that point earlier, Coach, that sometimes swinging away hard may not be the best attack.
Not always.
Usually it is, but not always, especially if you're hitting it long and wide. So Olivia Cox back in for the Bulldogs on the front row. Claudia Jones with the nice serve off hands and out of bounds. Not able to handle that serve for the Crusaders. Jones back to serve again. Quick set to the middle. Picked up nicely by Jones. Quick set in the middle again for the Bulldogs this time, Courtney Tatum. And that ball was out. So good swing, just out of bounds, just a little bit wide.
It was the right idea. She was going for that back corner. It was the right placement of the ball. It was just a little long.
Yeah, that corner was open. You're right. Good bump set to the outside. Nice reaction there to keep that ball alive. Nice back set this time. Good block by the Bulldogs again. And set to Olivia Cox, but she couldn't quite reach it. So tied up 17-17 again. This has been a back and forth match, either 1 point ahead or 2 points ahead or tied. It's been really close the whole set. Kind of like, it sounds like the way that their first match went for set number 1, which was 25-22, I think. So it's looking to shake out very similar to that first one. Depending, we don't know who's going to win it, but certainly the same kind of back and forth match. Set to the outside. Olivia Cox that time swinging away on the outside.
Morgan LeGrand just entering back into the game for the front line for the Notre Dame Bulldogs.
Tough play. Nice job by Brown chasing that ball down. Picked up off the rafters. And in the net. Yeah, they called him in the net. Net
violation by Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Number 6, Olivia Cox is the violation called on.
So she got a little excited with that overpass and got a little too aggressive with it. Ended up hitting the net.
But as a coach, I like aggressive, so.
Absolutely. Yeah, you'll accept some of those if you get the ball down the next time. Big block in the middle that time by Riley Manch for the Crusaders. Solo block. There she is again, getting her hands on the ball. And then tipping it back over. Not a really good pass there for the setter to handle. And down. Olivia Cox that time tipping and putting that ball down in the right location. Slinker back to serve again for the Bulldogs. Quick back set. Good job by LeGrand to keep that ball alive. Good swing out of the back row that time by Courtney Tatum. Notre Dame's offense, they've got a lot of weapons in there, and they utilize them. It's not like they've got one or two people that they set all the time. They spread the ball around for sure. Nice block by LeGrand again. She's tough in the middle there. So they're going to take a timeout. Saxony Lutheran calls a timeout, down 21-19. We'll take 30 seconds with them. We'll be right back after this.
District.
And we're back here at Notre Dame Regional High School. Upcoming, we're toward the end of the season for volleyball. Next week, a lot of the schools in the area will be playing their conference tournaments. We're going to be for sure at Thursday night in Portageville for the Boot Heel Conference tournament, both JV and varsity. And then maybe a game, either the Stoddard County Conference or the Tri-County Conference earlier in the week. We'll see. Another week after that, and districts will begin. So we're excited about the opportunity to bring you districts on Misha.tv during the postseason. Big block that time by Riley Manchie. Nice play.
She did a nice job penetrating the net on the block, which allowed the ball to deflect back into Notre Dame's court.
Absolutely. Each of these teams has a solid middle block right now on the front row, so it's nice to see that battle going on. DeJernet with a strong swing from the outside. All right, so that was out on Saxony Lutheran. So the Bulldogs back to serve again, up 22-20. Skylar Kraft with the serve. Oh, nice block that time by
LeGrand.
Morgan LeGrand. She's solid out of the middle for sure.
Yep, she ran middle for our 15s team that went to nationals this summer in Las Vegas. So she's got a lot of experience running the middle.
She definitely blocks well out of the middle. That double block is strong in the front row for Notre Dame. 24-20 set point for the Bulldogs. Skylar Kraft back to serve for the Bulldogs here at set point in set number one. It's in, picked up by Terrell. Little bump set to the outside to DeJernet, and off hands and out of bounds. Could not be returned by the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. So 25-20 in set number one. The Bulldogs pull out the win, go up 1-0 in this best-of-5 match. So we'll be right back in about a minute with more action and a recap of set number one. Welcome back to Notre Dame Regional High School. I was mentioning when we came back from the last break that that conference tournaments are coming up, and then district tournaments. The district tournaments are basically the start on the weekend or the late in the week on the 24th of October, so it's not next week but the week after, and then go through the 29th, which is the following Tuesday. Most of the district championships are going to be that Tuesday evening. So we're not sure yet where Aycorp Sports will be. We'll be at one of those for sure. Maybe a semifinal round as well as a final round for districts. We like to get as many of our teams in playoff time as we can. So we'll be keeping our eye on those games and which games are the best ones for us to bring to you. Again, remember those will be on Misha.tv, not on our regular Aycorp Sports YouTube channel. And they will be behind the paywall, so you'll have to pay to get to watch those matches. Anything after the regular season's over is controlled by Misha.tv. But we like partnering with them. We've done a lot of games with them, both all volleyball and football and basketball. We've done a lot of games with them, and so we like working with them. We're actually going to get a chance to work with Misha.tv during the volleyball Final Four this year. Aycorp is going to produce some of their broadcasts of the Final Four matches here in Cape Girardeau at the Show Me Center. So we're going to get to be a part of that. So kind of keep your eyes and ears out for that. We'll let you know who's going to be doing what and when you can watch those matches. All right, well, Notre Dame up 1-0 gets the first serve for set number 2. Big block that time by Courtney Tatum in the middle. So, Coach, what did you see in that first set that these teams are going to have to do to be successful here in set number 2?
Well, I think with Notre Dame's blocking, Saxony's going to have to speed their offense up their offense up. Actually, they're because of the block that Notre Dame's putting up, they just need to speed the ball up so those blockers cannot maybe get there as quickly. I think that would help Saxony out a lot if they could just speed their offense up a little bit. Both teams have moments of great passing and other moments of not so good passing. But right now, I just think Saxony's going to have to speed their offense up if they want to get around those blockers.
Yeah, because they're the middle, both the middles for Notre Dame are solid blockers, and they move both ways. They move laterally really well, and they get that block up together with their right side and outside.
Yeah,
blockers.
I mean, we're at 2-1 right now, Notre Dame, and Tatum's got 2 solo blocks in this set.
So Jones with the serve for Notre Dame. Quick set that time to Tatum in the middle, off hands and out of bounds. The block was up, but just not enough by Ashley Summers to direct it off her hands and out of bounds. Jones back again, picked up. Set to Summers, finds the spot. She saw that spot and picked it out and put it right there where she wanted it. And that was a quicker set, Coach.
Yes. There again, I think for Saxony to be effective, they're going to have to speed their offense up.
Yep, that was a successful play because of the quick set in the middle. And out. There's number 7, Kendall McDowell, that time with the swing and long. Notre Dame very wisely let that ball go. Courtney Tatum with the serve that time. Nice pickup by the libero, Lila Martin, that time for Notre Dame. Saved that play because she was able to make that defensive play. Kept it alive for them. Tatum back to serve again for the Bulldogs. Up 5-2 now. Nice smart play there. The block was up. What do you see there, Coach?
There again, just Notre Dame's just playing with very minimal errors here right now. And Saxony's had some hitting errors, and their passing's not as strong as it was earlier in the first set.
Good smart play there by Brown. She hasn't done that. We haven't seen her pass that ball over the net like that. And so it caught them off guard a little bit.
Right.
It was Evie Ford with the serve that time. Big, strong hit by Morgan LeGrand. That outside. She's fun to watch for sure out there.
Yeah, she's a great kid. Well, all these girls are great girls. They really are. Morgan's one of them.
Set to the middle. The block was up. Not hit really well that time by Manchi. She kind of twisted her back a little bit. Looks like she's trying to stretch it out. She kind of mishit that ball, and I could see how that could kind of throw you off. And a little bit long.
Yeah, Saxony's just having way too many unforced errors right now.
Yep, coach is going to call a timeout. Maybe try to get them refocused. We're going to take 30 seconds. We'll be back right after this.
At First State Bank and Trust, your future matters to us. Whether opening your first checking account or growing savings for the future, we're here to help with innovative tools and personalized service. FSBT offers a range of deposit options to fit your needs. For nearly a century, we've been committed to the financial needs of our local customers. Secure your future with a bank that's been trusted for generations of families in Southeast Missouri. First State Bank and Trust. Your money, your future, your bank. For 90 years. Member FDIC.
So, Coach, we're back here at Notre Dame Regional High School. So, what does Saxony's coach? What does she have to say to her team while they were on that break? Do you think?
I think she's just telling them, hey, girls, you need to settle down and refocus. I know Stephanie Brown real well, and she knows that her team's not playing up to par right now. She knows they're having way too many unforced errors. And it's nothing Notre Dame's really done other than the block a little bit here. Right. Saxony's just not performing. They're making too many unforced errors. And here again, she calls the timeout. Chalk one up for the coach there. On the
Give the coach a point.
They have the coach a point on the timeout serve there. That's Notre Dame serving into the net. So maybe this is what Saxony needs to do to maybe turns around. And, of course, I see here she's made a little bit of a lineup change. Lauren Burke just come into the game with an ace serve. Lauren's a great player, and I'm anxious to see here because I know Lauren also sets, so I don't know if she's going to use her defensively or if she's going to use her as a setter and allow her daughter to do some swinging on the right side. We'll see.
Okay. So it looks like Brown, at least at this point, still setting. Pass close to the net that time, but, Brown got it there, but that was a really good play that time by Manchi because that ball was not set exactly where she wanted it, but she was able to handle it.
No, and of course here now Saxony's been able to cut the lead down to 3 from that after that timeout. So again, they're playing with a little bit more composure.
And just not making those mistakes. And there's a hitting error by Notre Dame this time.
Cox hitting it wide, trying to go for the line again. So there again, Saxony's narrowed it down to 2.
Yep. Back set to Cox. This time she finds the line. Finds that spot she was looking for earlier. Puts it right where she wanted it. So back in is Skylar Kraft to serve for the Bulldogs. Set to the outside again. McDowell. Big block up that time by the Crusaders. And there's Brown getting the swing away, but hits it long and out. So back to 11, now back to a 4-point lead again, 11-7, Bulldogs with the lead. Not a good pass that time, picked up nicely by the Bulldogs. There's DeJernet with the swing and picked up by the Crusaders, set to the middle and into the net that time by Morgan LeGrand. So Kendall McDowell back to serve for the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. Bajornik with the swing, tipped. Nice play by Richie, the libero, but good hit that time on the outside by DeJernet again, finding the back corner. Little ball boy getting the ball for us down there. Helpful, very helpful. Bulldogs back to serve at 12-8. Set was over the net, picked up by the Bulldogs. Quick set to the middle, not timed very well that time by the Bulldogs. And the hit was into the net by Deckard for the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. Another point, now 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, 13-8. LeGrand with the serve. Little slide around, but the communication or the set was off a little bit. That's a hard swing by DeJernet again. She's feeling it out there right now.
She is. She's got a good arm swing, and she's hitting, keeping the ball in play.
Yep. LeGrand with a serve for the Bulldogs again. A little bit better set that time, but still not successful on the little slide behind. Smart play there by DeJernet. They needed to reset, and so she put that ball deep into the court and was successful with it.
Notre Dame's kind of controlling this set with a 15-8 lead right now.
They are. I think that 7 points may be the biggest lead we've had. If not, it matches the biggest lead of the night. Good strong swing again out of the middle. Nice jump set. The bump set, put that in a good spot for Deckard that time. Smart play that time by Brown to get that ball where it needed to be and to get a point to, kind of stop the slide that Saxony was on right there. Camille Ritchie back to serve for the libero, back to serve for the Saxony Crusaders. Nice block that time by the Crusaders. Brown with a quick set in the middle, but there's that block. Tatum up with a strong block again.
Yeah, I think that's her third solo block in this set, I believe. At least 3.
Yep. So 16-9 now, 7-point lead again for the Bulldogs. Ball did not clear the net. Maybe it did, but either way it was down. Lila Martin, the libero, back to serve again for the Notre Dame Bulldogs. Up 17-9, 8-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Nice tip. She saw that back row open. Ashley Summers out of the middle, saw that back corner, and those back corners are hard to cover.
Yeah, we tell all of our kids, take it to the deep corners, take it to the deep corners.
Yep, that's right. Those are definitely hardest places to cover defensively. Nice, strong hit that time. And no. So that was a good strong hit by Courtney Tatum from the right side that time. Jones with the serve for the Notre Dame Bulldogs. Nice hit that time by Talia Renshaw. That's the first time we've called her name tonight, but a nice hit out of the middle. Quick substitution, couple of substitutions for the Crusaders. Deckard back in to serve for the Crusaders. Nice movement on that serve that time. The floater would drop. With a good strong swing there by Tatum from the right side. And now she's back to serve. Seems like she just served. That was quick rotation all the way around that time. Nice back set that time. Really strong hit by Kinley Couch that time. One of the freshmen on this team. Big strong hit that time out of the middle. So Ford back to serve again for the Crusaders. Tatum out of the back row that time, but picked up nicely. Kendall McDowell that time with the hit from the outside. Freshmen are teaming up right now. They're in the front row together for the Crusaders, along with the senior Ashley Summer, along with Riley Manchie. The three of them are pretty solid in that front row. They're slinkered with the hit. And now back to serve. 2013, the Bulldogs won that race to 20, Coach.
Yeah, now they can just coast on in with these next 5 points. Right now they're pretty much dominating this second set, so Saxony's going to have to make a quick momentum change here.
Good try, but that's 4 hits. Not allowed to do that. So 21-13, the Bulldogs in the lead. Slinkered with the serve again. Picked up nicely, and a really strong hit that time by Manchie out of the middle for the Crusaders. Again, the success has been, Coach, on just what you said. That quick middle set has been open for them. Most everything else is not.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. You know, Saxony's going to have to really speed up their offense to keep those blockers, moving on Notre Dame and kind of holding them.
Good try that time by LeGrand. Oh, that was right on the line, off the block and down, right on the line.
Yeah, and you've got, the size of the block, Notre Dame block on that side, and then the McDowell hitting on the outside. She's going up against those bigger blockers. That ball was set a little too tight for her, so she didn't have much to do with it. She just had to hit into the block.
Tip over the block that time. Nicely handled by Jones out of the net that time. That was a tough play. And hit out by Saxony Lutheran. So 23-14 now. They're up. Bulldogs up by 9 here late in set number 2, leading 1-0 in this best of 5. Free ball back over. They haven't seen a lot of those from Notre Dame this evening.
Manchie with the kill there in the middle that time. Successful on that block. The block did not penetrate the net, allowing that ball to roll in front of them. So I'm sure they'll take it however they can get it right now with them being down 23-15.
So McDowell back to serve. Nice rally this time. Back and forth by these two teams. Finally hit out of the back row by Kendall McDowell and off hands and out of bounds. Nice play. So the Crusaders certainly haven't laid down and said it's all yours. They're going to continue to play Certainly would like to win this set, but they're certainly not giving up. They're down 23-16, down by 7.
No, they definitely need to try to change the momentum a little bit moving into that third set.
Right. Tough pass there into the net. Nobody there to get that third hit.
Looked like a little bit of a communication there on the Notre Dame Bulldogs side there.
Yep. Those are the kind of things that generate some momentum for the other team. McDowell with the serve. A little out of system there for the Bulldogs. Nice block in the middle on the side again for the Bulldogs. And there's Morgan LeGrand finishing it off. So 24-17 set point here in set number 2 with the Bulldogs leading and also leading 1-0. Nice serve that time by Morgan LeGrand. Set to the outside to DeJernick and off hands and down. Nice hit, nice kill for her to end set number 2. So we're going to take a quick break. With the Bulldogs having won 25-17 in set number 2. We'll be back here in about a minute to recap set number 2 and talk about what the Crusaders need to do to get themselves back into this match.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's Original Bag. Back and better than ever. Just $6.99. Mix and match any 2 full-size favorites. A juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, or crispy hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Any 2 plus fries and a drink, all just $6.99. Hardee's Original Bag, loaded with handcrafted goodness. It's the greatest meal deal for your buck.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your family and for trusting us with the ones you love the most. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of those lifelong memories. Thank you for taking us on the job and for putting us to work. Thank you for choosing us for your first vehicle and for every vehicle after. Thank you for trusting us for 70 years.
Welcome back to Notre Dame Regional High School here in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. We are about to start set number 3 here in a matchup between the Notre Dame Bulldogs, Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. Coach, what do the Crusaders have to do to get back into this match?
Well,
set number 3?
I think, again, they're going to have to, their momentum's going to have to pick up. They're going to take a little bit of that momentum away from Notre Dame. Notre Dame's got, pretty much 3 swingers at all times at that net, and they got some decent size up there for the block. There again, I think Saxony's going to have to try to speed their offense up due to the blocking that Notre Dame provides and what they're having to see. So, again, if Saxony can pass well, and start speeding that ball up a little bit on the offense, then they might be able to they can turn it around. Again, it's going to come down to how well they run and execute their offense.
So Isabel Brown is back to serve to start off set number 3 for the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. Nice, a lot of movement on that serve. Tough receive for off the rafters that time. First time that the rafters have really come into play tonight. But those are tough to play off of, and even though Notre Dame's used to playing here, that ball hit really hard and wasn't able to be handled. A little tip over by Jones, the setter. Called a lift that time. I couldn't tell if her hand was open or if she punched it, but I guess her hand was open. So we're at a little bit of a disadvantage up here. We're at a kind of a tough angle to see that play. So Saxony starts off 2-0. Nice strong hit that time by Courtney Tatum from the right side. Olivia Cox back in for the Bulldogs. And Jones back to serve. Free ball over. Jones with a quick set in the middle that time to Tatum, but handled nicely by Saxony. So in the net. And before Kendall Slinkard was in the net, she got a little excited on that ball like we saw earlier. Got her hands into the net. So 3-1 now. The Crusaders with the lead here to start off set number 3. Nice swing from the right side that time by Olivia Cox. That's definitely her position right there. That cross court from the right side looked very natural. Ball boy that time with the kick like it's a soccer ball instead of volleyball. A couple of young guys down there here enjoying the volleyball action.
That's actually Coach Meredith from Notre Dame. That's her boys down there.
I assume they either had a sister or a mother or somebody that they were here to watch. Nice hit off the block that time and out of bounds. So sometimes you can use that quick block and hit the ball off it and out of bounds, and that's what Saxony was able to do that time.
Yep.
So 4-2 now, Saxony with the lead. Ford was that serve. Big hit by LeGrand that time. Kind of stopped the momentum a little bit there in his tracks. Slinkard back to serve for the Bulldogs. Down 4-3 here in set number 2, or set number 3. Set to the outside to DeJernet, and off Brown and not able to be handled behind her. So,
yeah, the DeJernet girl did a nice job taking the ball down line too.
She sure did. So tied up now. How many times have I said that tonight?
Several.
Good pickup on the, good pass on the serve receive that time. Again, off the block, use that big block and hit it off it and out of bounds. That was LeGrand and DeJernet up with the big block, but Saxony was able to use that and hit it out of bounds. 5-4 now, Saxony with the lead and the serve. This is Lindsay Terrell. You'll remember, and down and in, off the block and down. Nice block that time, keeping their hands in and not letting that ball go out of bounds.
Saxon's got that 2-point lead. We'll see if they can hold that.
See if they can get kind of, Lindsay Terrell served several in the first set, or second set, I guess, and got them out ahead, but then they fell behind again. So there's another strong hit out of the middle that time. That's Manchi again. She's been pretty solid up there, and there wasn't the big block in her face that time.
No, and if you notice, she went quicker on the ball. That helps.
Yep. That set was certainly not where LeGrand wanted it, but she made the best of it. Tipped it into the back of the court for the point.
Again, went to that deep corner. That's where you want them to take that ball.
So it's 7-5 now. Saxony with the lead. Notre Dame with the serve. Brown having to hustle to get to that set. Get to position to set that ball. Little bump set. Nice tip by Jones there. Right back at you by Brown. Brown finishing that one off. Picked up nicely by the Bulldogs. Oh, and DeJernet at that time got under the ball, didn't get on top of it, and sailed it long. She was looking for a back corner, but she just missed it. So it's 8-5, Saxony Lutheran with the lead. Kendall McDowell back to serve for the Crusaders. In the middle, LeGrand with the hit out of the middle that time. Not much Terrell could do about that ball. Now LeGrand back to serve. Very low pass, but she made the best of it. That's the sign of a good setter. The Brown was able to handle.
Right, and if you notice
that
set to the outside, how much faster the ball was out to the pin.
Yep.
Which allowed for the attack to be much quicker. So there again, that goes to show you that Saxony's going to have to speed that offense up. It was very effective, and the hitter was up in the air ready for the ball, and she gave it right to him. Executed very well.
Absolutely. So Richie the libero back to serve with the serve for Saxony. The line judge got hit in the feet. We know he was out, so
we got a net violation.
But there was a net violation on the block. All right. I was watching the line judge try to dance away from that ball and miss the net violation. So Martin, the libero, with the serve for the Bulldogs, and a touch on the, again, using the block, tipping it off the block and out of bounds. So Couch back in for the Crusaders. Quick set for Summers. Big block that time for the Crusaders this time. So it was Summers and Couch with the big block in the middle or on the right side, but put that ball down. 11-7 now. Saxony with a 4-point lead. Overpass. There's Summers waiting for it when it came over. Nice little tip down. She didn't try to be too aggressive. She just put it down.
Just turned the ball a little bit. Yep. Saxony's in a position now. All they need to do is play a side-out game.
That's right.
And if they can play a side-out game from here on out, they're going to win this set. So, again, that's all they need to focus on is just playing a side-out game.
So Jones back to serve for the Bulldogs. You're right. You mentioned both she and Brown before we started, and they are both solid setters. They run good. They run their team very well, both of them. Make good decisions. Ooh, there's the big block again. That time it was Slinkard and Tatum combining for the big block. Jones back to serve again, now at down 12-9 for the Bulldogs. Nice solo block again, that time picked up by the Crusaders.
Got a net violation on the swing.
Yeah, Cox got into the net on her hit. So good solid hit, but got a little aggressive, got into the net. So Deckard with the serve for the Crusaders. And then there's Cox swinging from the outside, and that time hit it into the net. Timeout. Coach Brinkmeyer with the timeout. We'll take a timeout with her. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Do you need personalized merchandise? Trying to celebrate the season of that big state run? Then Juju Promotions in New Madrid has you covered. Whether it's heat presses, screen printing, or embroidery, we always have an option that will leave you satisfied and looking your best. With seasonal styles and plenty of accessories, there's something here for everyone. So come in and shop around. You'll be welcome with a smile and leave more fashionable than ever. Call us at 573-748-4040 or visit us in New Madrid.
And we're back here at Notre Dame Regional High School, home of the Bulldogs, where the Bulldogs, in fact, lead 2-0 in this best of 5 volleyball match. But they're trailing here 14-9 in set number 3. The Saxony Lutheran Crusaders have the serve and the lead. And coach did not get a point there.
She did not. Saxony came out, got the ball in, and served directly to the middle back there, and served in an ace. So now that puts them up 15-9. So again, all they need to do now is play a side-out game for sure.
So Deckard with the serve again. Cox didn't time that ball very well. Big block there. That's a tough block with those two on that block. That's a tall block. It's hard to hit over that with Cox and Tatum on that right side. But off the block that time. That was Couch, the freshman, with a solid swing off the block for the Crusaders. 16-9 now, 7 points. I think that's definitely their biggest lead of the night. Big set to the outside and out that time. McDowell with his big swing, but hit it out.
Yeah, and if you notice, that was a lot quicker push on the set by Brown out to the pin, which worked really well. The hitter didn't really have a block on her. She just hit it long.
Right. Good pickup there by set to the middle, and there's LeGrand with a solid swing out of the middle. So Tatum back to serve for the Bulldogs again. Set to the outside. Off the block and down. That was again, another situation where that block just didn't penetrate the net and it came down on their side. Good solid swing again by the Bulldogs. So we're always trying to do something new and innovative at Aycorp Sports. One of those things that we've taken on this fall is a new podcast. And if you haven't heard about it, you need to go check it out. It's called SEMO Sports Zone with Drew and Dave. Andrew Moore, David Jenkins meet. They have a weekly podcast right now. It comes out every Monday morning. Episode 7 dropped this past Monday morning. And right now they're talking a lot about high school football. They're doing evaluation of the game before and then looking forward to next week's games. So if you get a chance, check it out on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, as well as the SEMO Sports Zone YouTube channel where you're watching this game right now. So just scroll around and you'll find it on this channel. So 16-12 now, 4-point lead for the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. But the Bulldogs with a little bit of a momentum shift. That time ball hit off the block and out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's playing with a little bit more intensity than they were earlier in the set, and it's beginning to show.
Well, you often wonder, as a coach, I'm sure you're concerned, you get two wins, 2 sets, and one of those actually fairly easy. The first one was tight, but the second one was a little easier. Your team can lose focus. They come out in that third set, and that may have happened a little bit for the Bulldogs.
I think they might have came out a little bit laid back and give Saxony a little bit of momentum, but as you can tell, you can see the energy level there with Notre Dame picking up.
Nice pick up there by Jones. Not able to get it over the net as Slinkard. So 4 hits by the Bulldogs. Crusaders with the serve back now, up 17-14. So still in control. We'll see if they can put a couple of points on the board here with their serve. Big block that time. Double 2 hits. Good try, but not able to handle that. That was Manchie in the middle trying to make that play, not able to do so. Slinkered back to serve for the Bulldogs and hits it right into the top of the net. So a service error gives Saxony Lutheran the point, 18-15 now, still up 3. And here's Lindsay Terrell back to serve again, and she was pretty successful several times when she served. Tipped the top of the net, good serve. Big block again there from the Bulldogs. Nice swing out of the back row by Deckard there. That was a very nice swing, one of the better swings we've seen from her. A lot of times she's been matched up on the front row against those tall blockers, and she's had a hard time, but swinging out of the back row, she was successful. Cox with a swing that time. Quick set in the middle to LeGrand, and she comes through. Not much the Saxony defenders could do with that ball. So back in for the Bulldogs is Skylar Kraft, number 7, back to serve. Quick set, good swing by Manchi, but picked up nicely by the Bulldogs. 3 ball back over. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do with it. Good pickup by the libero Ritchie that time for her. And there she is again. 3 ball back over. Nice tip though that time. Actually had something on it. And there's LeGrand finding that back corner, that coffin corner back there where no one was playing defense again.
I'm really kind of happy to watch her use that move because we worked on that a lot in club.
Good.
Hitting those back corners. And
she learned it, I think.
She learned it, I think.
Absolutely. Nice set to DeJernet. Picked up by the Crusaders. Back to DeJernet again, but this time she was trying to tip it out down the line and hit it off the net.
Well, Saxony makes it to 20 before Notre Dame, so we'll see what happens from here.
The first time of 3 sets, they won the race to 20. You're right. We'll see if they can hold on. If they can score 5 before Notre Dame scores 8, we'll see. Like a communication there on the part of a couple of the Crusaders, trying to both going for the ball at the same time and not able to get it back over. So LeGrand back to serve for the Bulldogs. Nice pass, little slide move, but not successful. They haven't been very successful with that little back set.
Notre Dame cuts it to 1.
So LeGrand hoping to tie things up right here on her serve. Good set that time. And out, and she does. Ties it up, 20-20. So Saxony may have won the race to 20, but they've stalled there at 20 and allowed the Bulldogs to catch up. And a lift on the Bulldogs. So substitutions from both teams. And now Ritchie back to serve for the Crusaders. And another service error for the Crusaders. 21-21, tied up again, Coach.
I know it. Sometimes when you have a service error like that at 21-21, that can be a momentum.
Big shift there.
Absolutely. Yep. Well,
and
Notre Dame turns around,
right
does it? Yeah. Notre Dame returned the favor here. So.
Yeah, that's a tough response right there. You get a break and you want to take advantage of it and not able to do so.
Yeah, I know as a coach, I don't like players missing serves when it's the last few points in the set.
Right. I mean, and that's interesting because in set number 1, we saw very few service errors. There's Tatum with a big swing that time. We saw very few service errors, and then set number 2 and 3 both. We've seen both teams with some service errors, a lot more than we saw in set number 1. Because I was thinking about that as we were going through that first set, that there just weren't a lot of missed serves. Outside to Slinkard. Close to that back line, but better to take it than let it drop. Big block again, that time on Couch. Smart play by Brown there.
Yeah, she's seen that back corner and she pushed the ball quick. Kind of caught Notre Dame off guard. So we got a timeout by Notre Dame.
Timeout Notre Dame. It's 23-22. Notre Dame's got to figure out how to regroup and push to the finish. Saxony wants to win this set, keep us playing for at least one more set. So we'll see what they can do. Coach, what do you think they need to do to finish this out?
Well, Saxony's come out here and they need to get a good serve. They need to force Notre Dame to pass the ball. Of course, you don't want in a situation like this as a timeout's called against your team. You're just telling your girls just play good solid ball, play to win the match. Don't play not to lose, play to win, and get this serve in. Let's take our chances. We'll try to block the ball, but let's force Notre Dame to pass. Rather than making a serving error.
Yeah, and when they were up 20-17, it may be that they got a little flat. They may have said, we made it to 20, and it may have been the not to lose kind of feeling at that point. But they've been more aggressive the last couple of points. Nice play there by Brown. So Saxony continues to swing away. There's another hit picked up nicely in the back row, that time by Martin. Martin with the set this time. Cox with the swing, picked up by Brown. And that was out. Off the swing by Couch, the freshman. Good swing, just a little bit too hard. So 23-23, we're tied up again. And now Tatum back with the serve. Quick set to the middle. Set was a little bit off. Good play by Martin, the libero for Notre Dame. And again, this time off the backboard, but played. There you go, Notre Dame's played that before, so they know how to play it. Good tip there by Slinkard off the hands of the Crusaders and out of bounds. So we're at match point now, 24-23. With Tatum back to serve for the Bulldogs at match point. Good pass, good set, good hit off the block. Little bump set by, and then with Tatum swinging out of the back row, off the block and down on the Saxony Lutheran side for point number 25. So 25-23, the final score in set number 3. The Bulldogs pull out the win, 3-0, but 2 of those 3 sets were really close, back and forth. These two teams are pretty evenly matched, more evenly matched than you would think from a 2-0 and 3-0 wins that Notre Dame's had. But it looks like, Coach, to me it looked like that Notre Dame just had a couple more weapons to go to, a couple more hitters to go to tonight that kind of kept Saxony's defense on their heels a little bit because they didn't know exactly where the set was going. So
right. And they do. They've got a little bit more weapons all the way across the net. However, again, I think if Saxony, they're right there with them.
Yep.
They just need to work on, between now and the next time they meet each other in districts, Saxony's going to need to work on their offensive speed. And, of course, if you don't pass well, then you can't run a quicker offense. But I think if they can perfect a little bit faster offense, they're going to give Notre Dame all they want, which they're, again, they give them a good match tonight other than that second set.
Right.
So I think Notre Dame also is quite aware of the fact that, we meet this bunch again here in a couple weeks.
Yep.
We can't come out here with the anticipation this is going to be an easy match. They know they're going to have to play. So there again, Notre Dame's not going to take Saxony lightly when they get into that district tournament. And, of course, both teams, I think, are going to have to win that first round.
Well, Saxony does. Notre Dame gets a bye in the first round. Dexter and Notre Dame get a bye. There are 6 teams in that district. Saxony has to take on Doniphan in round number 1. And then Dexter would play the winner of Kennett and New Madrid County Central. So that'll be interesting. If Saxony and Notre Dame play for a third time, it's always hard to beat a team multiple times in a season, certainly 3 times, because they know each other really well. They know the propensities to do certain things, and so it'll be interesting to see. We may very well have one of those matches. I don't know. I'm expecting that we may be interested in the Dexter game against the winner of that matchup for that district championship, if that's the way it winds up. It'll be at Dexter, and we've had a couple games there this year, and Dexter's a really solid team. They've played well all year. This is their year that they've struggled for a couple of years, but this year they're really solid, and so I'm looking forward to that district. Looking forward to a lot of the districts around. But we'll be back next week for sure on Thursday night. But keep an eye out on our social media so you'll know exactly where we're going to be, maybe Tuesday night, Monday or Tuesday, in one of the other conference tournaments. So on behalf of Coach Carl Ritter, I'm Philip Britt, and Aycorp Sports, wishing you the best. So until next time, stay safe.